Attention high school students, are you considering taking applied classes over an academic class? Do you know what the impact of that decision might be, and what happens if taking applied classes actually hinders you from going after the career that you really want? Let's explore that right now. Hey guys, it's Brian back at you with another video where my goal is to mentor you to a rewarding career and to help you create a life you're proud of. And today I have an email from a fellow viewer who's in a situation where she's realized that the classes she took in high school, which were applied classes, has actually held her back from her career aspirations of becoming a nurse. And now she's really trying to figure out what she needs to do next. And we're going to explore the question of whether or not you should be looking at applied classes or not. So let's get to the email right now. So just before I start, I think the email reads a little bit clunky. I think English is a second language for this person, so please bear with me as I go through it. Hey dear, I have saw your videos on YouTube and I like the way you were advising people and suggesting people. And I also need your advice if you can please help me. Well, first of all, you're very welcome. It's my absolute pleasure to help you, and thank you so much for your feedback and for reaching out to me. I love hearing from you. I love hearing from the viewers, the comments that you guys leave on my videos, as well as those on the subscriber list or those that have downloaded my book and have questions for me. I'm here to help you guys out. That's why I created this site, so take advantage of that. Okay, so let's keep going here. So here's my problem. I have some issues going on with the college program. When I was at high school, I have taken some random courses just to graduate. That time I didn't know the difference between academic and applied classes. By the time I graduated and started picking up my college program, like nursing, the guidance told me you can't go for nursing. You can't go for this, you can't go for that. Just because all of my credits were applied and not academic. And when they explained to me what the difference is between academic and applied, it was kind of too late. First of all, this bugs me so much. And when I say this, I'm referring to the current school system. Look, the school system recognizes that not all students are cut out for the conventional classroom curriculum. Some students have learning disabilities, others have real problems at home, for example, drug abuse or physical abuse. Others just hang out with the wrong crowd, and it's really affecting students in their ability to learn. Or some children just learn in a different way or at a slower pace when placed in the conventional classroom. But it doesn't mean you're stupid or dumb, only that you learn differently. So the school system creates different levels for the same course. So for example, if you have grade 10 English, here, where the majority of us take English, right? This is the academic level. And those of us who are smarter, who are gifted, who learn at a faster pace, they take honors level or college placement level courses, which is a lot more difficult, a lot more in-depth. Then you've got applied classes, which sits around here in terms of difficulty, help students that have a difficult time learning at this level. Instead, they teach it at this level so that they can at least pass the courses and graduate high school. And they do this because the school system doesn't want to fail a lot of students. It does not look good at a provincial level, at a state level, as a country, to have a whole bunch of students fail high school. So what they do is they create these different levels to justify passing everyone through. Instead of spending the time it takes to help a student who's got some learning disabilities, who learns at a slower pace, to give them that attention that they need to pass at the academic level, they created this applied level where it's easier for students to pass. So while the applied courses actually give students a high school degree, it really holds them back after they graduate. They don't have the same options as those that have taken academic courses. Their education just aren't recognized, especially if you want to go into college. And I blame the school system for not fully explaining this to students when they have to make the decision between applied or academic classes. Lazy on the school system's part, where it's just easier to shuffle students that have a little bit harder time to take academic classes. They just put them into the applied classes and call it a day. It really hurts a student's potential for health, wealth, and happiness when they're just shuffled into the applied classes. And instead, I think teachers should make a lot more effort to at least give the full picture and properly inform students before they make that decision. Now, of course, this is just my opinion. But to the person that emailed me, I just want to say that all is not lost. There are plenty of things that we can do to figure out how you can get to where you want to go, even though you're at a disadvantage of having taken applied classes. Now I'm kind of lost. I don't know what to do. Plus, my mom is pushing me to start college. Even if I explain to her, she won't get it. Yeah, parents don't seem to get it sometimes, and it's very, very frustrating when they're trying to push you or even blame you for that type of situation. Unfortunately, they just don't understand the challenges that they faced back when they were in high school are very different from the challenges that you face today. But I will say this, and that is every parent's intention is the same. They all want the best for you. Them wanting you to go to college, to get a good job, is just a parent's way of saying that they love you, that they care about you, and they want you to have a happy and healthy life. Now her email goes on to say, please, if you can suggest to me if I can still go for nursing. My age is 20, by the way. Thanks, I'll be looking forward to your message. Now I got her email about 2 weeks or so after she sent it, so I actually replied back to her just to see if there were any other further developments so that I could give her a better response. Now here's what she came back with. Thanks for replying to me, and also about my issues, nothing have changed yet. I'm trying to go to adult school to get extra math, a biology course, and a chemistry to get into nursing. After that, if I pass my classes and get that credit, I'll be at the university for 4 years. This is great. I think that getting your education to a standard that you need to get into college is the next best move. Applied courses, as we know, just isn't going to be enough. So it's really about taking night school to increase the education level so that your courses will now be recognized by a college or university. So kudos to you, good on you for not giving up, not stopping, and doing what you need to do to get to where you want to go. And I really like how you are determined to give nursing a shot. And I really think it's just a lot easier when you have a goal in mind. Once you know where you want to go, it's easier for you to figure out what you need to do to get there, regardless of whether you're going to become a nurse or if you get into nursing school or not. And taking night school or adult school to increase your grades will not hurt you. It gives you drive, it gives you purpose, and I commend you for doing that. To be clear, I don't mean that the more education you have, the better of a person you become. You don't need to have a PhD or a master's degree to be respected or to be rich or to be happy. That's just not true. The point here is that you just need to have enough education to get to where you want to go. And because in your case, you've only taken applied classes in high school, you need to just bring that up a little bit just so that you have enough education to get into college, to get into nursing. Let's keep going with this email. Now again, there are some questions that come to mind. Number one, am I going to pass chemistry class and biology class, even though that I never studied about them in high school? Well, to be honest, I don't know you well enough to say whether you're going to pass or fail your classes, but I will say that since you have no experience in high school with these subjects, with biology, with chemistry, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of determination, time, and studying for you to pass your classes. Obviously, you're at a disadvantage here at no fault of your own, but you can't let that hold you back. Now that you're out of high school, you're at the age of 20, like you said, you can create an environment that will help you make sure that you pass your classes. You don't have to hang out with your friends after school. You don't have to go to the mall. You don't have to go shopping with them. You don't have to go to a party. You can just say no to these guys. You're an adult now. There's no pressure on you to look cool, right? Like you did in high school. So now you can say no. You can take your time away from them and invest that in yourself. Make sure that you do everything in your power to pass your classes. Then she asks her second question, which is, what is the guarantee that I will pass my classes of math? Well, there is no guarantee, and anyone can have a bad exam, a bad day, and end up failing a class, but you know what? You can always retake the class too. But I will say two things. Number one, your ultimate success in life has absolutely nothing to do with whether you pass or fail a math class. Number two is that you have the power and the ability to increase your chances significantly so that you can pass the class. You can spend more time with the tutor, spend more time with your professor, you can buddy up with a classmate, you can do all these things, you can devote more time to your studies so that you can really skew everything to your advantage so that you can get a great grade at the end of the semester. And the thing is that it's up to you to make that conscious decision to reach out to those people, to make the effort to say hello, to meet up with them, to spend time with them, and to learn from them. So let me give you guys an example. I had to take calculus in my first year of college, and just so you guys know, I suck at math. I'm horrible at it. I struggled with math throughout high school, but I really needed to take this calculus course in order to do my other subjects. Now, the first semester, I actually failed calculus. So what did I do? I took it again. But this time, I really wanted to make sure I spent a lot more time to study the material, but more importantly, I hung out with a professor after class. That meant going to their open office hours as well as going through the tutorial classes. I also buddied up with a classmate who was smarter than me in math, so that way he could teach me the calculus so that I could actually understand it, and lo and behold, it worked. I got a great grade, I actually understood the material, and I could actually teach that material to other students. She then asks, is nursing the right path for me? Or should I just go for something else and change my route? My advice to you right now is to go and volunteer in a hospital. That way you are surrounding yourself with other nurses. You see what they see. You're in the same environment as they are. You can talk to the nurses. You can ask them how they like their job, what they like, what they don't like. Take them out for coffee, go for lunch with them, and ask them about the requirements of nursing school, how they found it nursing school, what colleges that they recommended. And you might realize that nursing is the career for you. And if you realize that nursing isn't for you, or maybe you are still having some issues with regards to your classes, hey, you know how to reach me. But I want you to know that you are doing all the right things right now. You are on the right path. It's just a matter of seeing what the outcomes are. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and to subscribe. And if you have a question that you want me to answer in a future video, go to my website, 101mentoring.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.